Whatever you got to do, bro.
And I'm getting it out, and it's going directly on the Buckeyes.
I might be right there with you, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. Week 15, man, conference championship week. But first off, if you're not following Instagram, AGM Podcast, and subscribed on YouTube, do that right now. I don't. If you don't, then whatever. But we're active on Instagram. We're active on the YouTube every week. So just go follow us there. But yes, week 15, bro, conference championship weekend. It seemed like it was so far away back in the end of August when this all started, when we were in Jacob's wedding, but now we're at the end. So, but you said you had some.
That was week one. I always forget that. The day of the wedding, week one, Ohio State, Texas.
It was, and now we're already here. But you said you had some questions. We're not going to waste any time here. We're going to cover the 5 conference championship games, talk a little bit of the CFP, but of course we can do a little recap of what happened a week ago. But you said you had. You said you had some questions for me, and I don't even know what you're about to ask. I had no preparation for this at all. So yeah, man, just fire them at me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have nothing like crazy. Obviously, I took Michigan to cover. I expected more out of them. They just didn't have it. They really didn't have it. I mean, I just wanted to see what you thought. Like, do you think it was just outmatched, outperformed, outcoached? Like, overall, I mean, what do you think really occurred?
I mean, yeah, obviously I was fired up going into the game and the week, but I have to be, and both sides were fired up. But there was no surprise, dude. Ohio State's been dominant all year. They've been the best team in the country all year. I've known that. I'm not going to go out there and say that when we haven't played them yet, but Ohio State whooped Michigan's ass in all 3 phases, man. Offense, defense, special teams. I don't even know if it was a preparation thing. I'm not even going to do that because Ohio State was just leaning on Michigan. Like what Michigan used to do to people, Ohio State was doing that on the road. It was flat out embarrassing. I'm sitting here watching the first 2 drives. Like, we go down and kick a field goal. Okay, that's fine. Then you get that interception, and I'm like, oh, my God. Like, they really cannot. Like, Michigan is just in their head crazy. And then you go down and, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I did call that. I said it was going to start a lot like Penn State last year, and it was literally almost to a T outside of Michigan not punching one in the end zone.
That's exactly what I thought of. I was like, yeah, he really said that they're going to turn it over early, and then they're going to settle down, and that's exactly what they did. And I can't even be mad, bro. Like, Ohio State is so good, and I'm not afraid to admit it. Like, they can do everything. They can run the ball. That was the only thing I'm not going to talk about Julian Sain or Carnell Tate or Jeremiah Smith, so I had to pick on something, and I just had to end up. Bo Jackson was the guy I had to talk about, and he ran for 100-something and caught the ball well, too. The defense is the defense. It was just.
I mean, they're just a complete team. I mean, you definitely. I had on here, like, I was going to ask, would you change your stance on the run game? But it's really not even much of a question. Like,
I mean yeah, it was in that third quarter. Like, that one drive they had, Ohio State went down 18 plays. I think 16 of them were runs or something.
Yeah.
And that's just leaning. That's just pure dominance. And Michigan got their ass kicked, man. There's nothing I can say. It's just respect at that point. Like, they worked hard. They're the best team in the country. As much as I want to hate Ryan Day, he's a great coach, man.
I said that same thing in a group chat yesterday. I think this entire the playoff, like the beginning of the playoff run last year, and then keeping the whole streak alive, finally beat Michigan soundly this year. I think he finally proved to a lot of people that he is that coach and can keep that machine kind of running. And then that program in the right direction. But do you feel like just the game itself is like a temporary setback, or, I mean, is it just like kind of a bump in the road, or do you think there's deeper issues? Like, do you believe in Sharon Moore moving forward as head coach?
I mean, who am I to say, though? You know, I'm a Michigan fan.
That's fair, but
I know, but I just like to look at it as that perspective. Like, I'm just a fan, you know. Like, if that's what they want to, if Sharon Moore's the guy, that's going to be my guy. I'm not going to say he deserves this, or he's not the guy for this. I'll say this: I miss Jim Harbaugh like hell.
Yeah, I mean, it's a small sample size too. It's still been 2 years, 3 years. Him head coach.
That was Sharon's second year.
Yeah,
and I mean, it's tough. I don't know what goes on in the building. I'm not at practice. I'm a firm believer of that. I don't like talking about anything because I'm not in the building. I'm not at workouts. I'm not in those film rooms. I'm not at practice anything. But Ohio State's been a well-oiled machine. Like, Michigan had a good run, and I think the run can continue. Like, I would like to see more of a back and forth and not this streaky stuff, but I mean, they got the formula. Like, they just got pushed around. Like, I said in the group chat on Saturday, Mason Graham and Kenneth Grant should be immortalized forever in Ann Arbor for the way they stopped the run in 2024, because good God, you see what happens when they weren't there.
Yeah, that's really the thing, is they do have the fundamentals. It's about finding the other pieces to be able to keep up with Ohio State outside of just the fundamentals in terms of like skill players and explosive plays, which Michigan just doesn't see a ton of.
Yeah,
but I think more of the problem really just kind of lies within that. Then coaching, like Bryce Underwood, I don't know if there was enough development from week 1 all the way to the Ohio State game for me to really truly believe that he's the guy. $12 million man.
I mean, he has to be the guy. It's not a him problem. It's not a talent issue. I mean, you see what the kid can do. You see the size. You see the arm. I'm not blaming him for anything. I don't know what goes on in the building. He's just not getting developed. It didn't look like he was getting developed the right way.
Right. That's what
he has all the tools. It's no shot at him, but
no,
he is the guy. We ain't moving on from him.
No, but he worries me more than I would say Sharon Moore, if anything. Because like I said, Sharon Moore's got a smaller sample size. I mean, with the 2 years as a head coach, it's not a lot. And then also, I was looking at it today, obviously, National Signing Day, that season, around the corner. Not around the corner, it's already here. Michigan right now, they're 12th, I saw on Rivals. It's a pretty solid class, especially with a second-year head coach. So I think that's a damn good job from him. And I don't know, man, just got to get Bryce Underwood rolling next year. I feel like there was just a lot left out on the table from him.
There was, and I mean, I've seen people say, "Oh, the transfer portal." This, no, he's a Michigan guy. He's been a Michigan fan his whole life. He's from Michigan. I don't know.
Yeah, people talk about him trying to flip back over to LSU and go with Lane Kiffin. That's outrageous. I mean, he's just simply taking Trinidad. That's a foregone conclusion.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. After the game on Saturday, I was talking to someone, and I was like, you know what? It's good. Michigan needed that. And they lost every big game this year. They were the underdogs in 3 games this year. Oklahoma, USC, Ohio State, obviously. They lost them all. They lost the 3 big games they had. You need the taste they got in their mouth, they need to remember this next month and in spring ball and in the summertime and in fall camp. It was time. And I'll say that straight up. They got their ass kicked, man. They got pushed around. And that is what it is. So, yeah, Michigan football's done for me this year. Citrus Bowl, woohoo. Michigan basketball is great, though. I put a future on them, 25 to pay out 525 to win the Natty, and they're looking great. Ranked 3rd in the nation right now, 7-0. So, yeah, I'm on to Michigan basketball. That's where I'm at.
I hear it, man. I hear it. Well, that's enough of the soapbox. We'll get off of that.
Yeah. And, yeah, I didn't want people to think that I was ducking it because I know there was people saying, oh, you're not going to talk about that. No, I'm going to. Michigan got their ass kicked by Ohio State, fair and square. I got nothing but respect for that whole entire team. They're fucking great. Ryan Day, I hate Ryan Day, but he's a great coach, and I even listen to his press conferences, man. He's just a well-spoken dude. He just happens to be the coach and the team I hate the most. So, yeah, that's enough of that. Maybe better luck next year, Michigan, because holy shit.
Yeah, it was a rough one. That was a rough one, but yeah, we can jump into the old conference
moving on.
Matchups. Actually,
yeah, we got 5 conference championships, and let's recap the end of the regular season. I am 38-38. What the heck, man? Picking these games 38-38, and you're 37-34. So I know I did a couple more games at week 1 than you did.
Jimmy.
I mean, you ended in the green. I ended at 500, which is, this shit's hard. We picked 4, 5, 6 games, 7 games some weekends, and you're going 500. Yes, there's always room for improvement, but at the end of the day, this shit's tough. And a lot of these picks were with my heart. A lot of them were for Michigan and against Ohio State every fucking week, knowing that I really, really, really want to pick the other one. But, yeah, nonetheless, we got 5 conference championship games. We'll start out with the G5. The winner is going to be in North Texas and Tulane. North Texas only 2.5-point favorite. And I'm going to take that. I love North Texas. They screwed me earlier against USF this year. I believed in them all year. The total's at 66.5. It's going to be fireworks. But I love their true freshman quarterback. And they can play a little bit of defense there. They're great against the pass, not too great against the run. Actually, they're horrible against the run, damn near last in the country. I like them. They're hot right now. I think they really want. They're 11-1. And yeah, I've been a North Texas fan all year, so I'm going to take them to cover. It's going to be a shootout, but I got them winning and covering.
Yeah, I'm taking the same route there. I think as Tulane's coach said it best, he was surprised earlier in the year in that press conference when they were ranked in the top 25, saying that he didn't think they were that great of a team, and nor do I really. I've watched North Texas a couple times this year, and they just run the scoreboard up. So even if Tulane can run the ball a little bit, I don't know if that'll be enough to keep up with high-octane offense.
Yeah, I agree. And that's why, I'm low-key. I'm not a North Texas fan. Lord have mercy, but I've watched them a couple times this year. Specifically, yeah. I love watching them play. They're They love to throw the ball, and that's why the total is where it is, damn near 70 points. And I think it'll be a good game. And it's on Friday. We get to start off our weekend with that. So, yeah, I think they're...
Being at Tulane kind of worries me a little bit because that's not a neutral site championship that's there.
Yeah, but we're going to go in there and rain on their parade, man. I don't care about none of that. But I did not know that, but it doesn't change my mind at all. North Texas 5-0 on the road this year. They're hungry, man.
Roll with them, man. We get to 2.5. Take it while you can.
Yeah, I know. That's why I love. If it was 3.5, my mind would be in different places.
That one is going to be a shootout. Mestamaker, he's fun,
man. But moving on, we got the Big 12. BYU and Texas Tech rematch, man. Both 11-1. Texas Tech is big favorites though. 12.5 points in a conference championship against a team that you already beat. What was it? 29-7. I could do it. I'm pretty sure it was 29-7. It wasn't close. But I'll let you take the lead on this one. Who do you like in Texas Tech and BYU?
I'm going to be a bit of a contrarian probably. I know you said I was probably going to have all 5 favorites. This is where I'm going to actually take the underdog. At least take BYU to cover the 12.5. I do think Texas Tech wins, but I was looking into it. They're missing a couple pieces on defense, especially within the front 7, which is honestly their strong point.
Yeah, it is.
And BYU runs the ball well. So, I mean, if they'll be able to control the ball or time of possession a little bit better, I think they can keep it at least within 2 scores. But overall, I think Texas Tech comes out with the W. Yeah,
and I'm going to agree with everything you said. I like BYU. And it's just a lot of points. For a team who is good and can run the ball in a familiar matchup they already played, it's hard.
Already got your ass.
It's hard to beat a team
motivated.
Twice.
Yeah.
And it's hard to beat a team twice anyways. And with BYU, like I said, being able to run the ball, killing the clock, and as long as they don't give up explosive plays, 12.5 is a lot. I don't think they're going to win. I actually would prefer Texas Tech to win. I would much rather watch them play in the CFP, and I think they will. But I'm not
getting dropped out even if they lose. So,
they're not. You never know.
They're not.
You never.
They wouldn't.
But I can see it being like 30-20. Texas Tech wins.
Yeah.
That's the score that comes to my head when I think about that.
I'm also rolling with BYU too. Hopefully, just like jinxing them kind of within myself because I need them to lose big time. No BYU win this weekend, man.
Yeah, we'll talk about that after we cover these.
Zero chance of that, please.
After we cover these games, we'll get into some Notre Dame talk because they're at 10, man. But we'll have that conversation. But both of us taking BYU to cover. I don't think I would be surprised. I mean, these conference championship games are fucking nuts, man. Like you never know. But I'm
these
real
are the
big
two
on
that
it.
Actually matter. These two right here actually matter.
But it's just so hard to beat a team twice. It's so hard to beat a team twice, especially when they're in their conference or they're in each other's conference. And hey, BYU, just keep it close. Just do what you did all year, run the ball and keep it close. And
don't get your ass beat twice by the same team. Don't let the same team blow your whole season away.
Yeah, no, and they know that. And their coach just said he's staying. Like,
shout out Crumble Cookie,
dude. Yeah, I mean, you see that fucking guy? He's a load.
Came up with a bag.
Respectfully.
Showed up with a bag, paid the man.
Yeah.
Come on.
But, the big one. I mean, these next two are big ones. But Georgia and Alabama, man, it seems like these teams are always playing each other at this time of year. In the exact same stadium.
I was excited because the SEC was pretty insane this year. Honestly, there was so much movement.
Yeah, it was.
Teams winning, teams losing, and it's just the standings alone. And all that happens just for us to end up with this matchup. And it's kind of disappointing, but, I mean, it's just classic SEC football. What can you do?
It is. But with Georgia, 2.5-point favorites, they got beat already. They ended their home win streak. Alabama beat them between the hedges earlier this year. And to be honest, ever since then, it seems like Alabama has done this for me. They're still really good, but they've just seemed to be trending in the wrong direction. They still can't run the ball. They can't be one-dimensional against Georgia in Mercedes-Benz Stadium against Kirby Smart. I love Kirby Smart. I'm going to take Georgia to cover the 2.5. I think they're great. And I think Alabama, that could be their.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to be definitely on the same path with you. However, Kirby Smart does have an Alabama problem. I don't know what it is.
He does.
He struggles beating them. But also what you said, them being at the Superdome, I think these two teams are in completely opposite directions. Georgia's actually hitting their stride. They look damn solid lately, and I don't know what that was against Oklahoma for Alabama. I'm going the same direction with you. Georgia, I don't know what it is with this stadium. They love playing here.
Yeah, they were just there a week ago. Like they might have stayed there the whole time.
Yeah, they would. I just think that they would love nothing more than to get Alabama out of the playoff picture in their season.
I agree. And we're 3 for 3 right now. But no, I really, this might be the week. I mean, it's conference championship week. I'm parlaying all these. I'm parlaying them all. And we're ripping it. But yeah, Georgia moves on. Georgia wins the SEC championship and keeps doing what Georgia's been doing. Yeah, first round bye. But a game that you were quoted earlier, right when this podcast started, that you're throwing an absolute bomb on Ohio State. You said you're putting everything you own on Ohio State. So I'll let you take the floor for this one. Ohio State and Indiana. Finally back in Indianapolis where they've wanted to be for the last 5 years. But go ahead.
Yeah, and that's exactly why, man. I hear all the talking heads, whether it be podcasts, ESPN, anything. It's just like talking about this game doesn't matter, this game doesn't mean anything. But like we talked about with Ryan Day earlier, it does mean something. They haven't won the Big Ten since, I think, 2019. So he wants that just as bad as he wanted to beat Michigan and get that train rolling too. So I think you're mistaken, sorely mistaken, if they're not going to be walking in there on a mission. Ever since last year's playoff run, I think they've had the same goal in mind. And with them being undefeated, with a chance to just completely sweep the table, go on and go back to back. Yeah, no. They're not going to be just laying down and taking a rest and looking forward to their first playoff matchup. 4.5 is way too low of a number. I mean, I think it's, to me personally, I honestly see 10 plus points.
8.5.
I see 10 plus points.
I mean, I agree with everything you said. And coming from a Michigan guy, we just look like I don't want to say they definitely were not looking past Michigan, but it just seemed like Michigan was just in the way. Like the semi truck was just plowing through everything, and Michigan just happened to be there, and it looked effortless at a certain point. And I agree. I love Kirk Cignetti, but buddy, you're about to play Ohio State in the Big Ten championship. And Indiana's great. Indiana's been phenomenal. Obviously, they have a quarterback in the Heisman talk. Their defense has been great as well. They're second in points, second in rushing, and fourth in total yards. 15th against the pass, fourth on third down. They can flat out play. But like you said, Ohio State's on a straight mission. They probably enjoyed beating Michigan that night, but they've got right back on to focusing on Indiana. And yeah, they wanted to get back to Indianapolis so bad. That's been a huge focal point for them. So yeah, and like I said, I can see. And when we were growing up, we're used to Ohio State going into this game and dominating. Like when our dude Devin Smith had 3 touchdowns. They won 59-0.
That's what I've been comparing the game all week to. I don't know if the score is going to reflect that as much. I mean, Cignetti and Indiana, that is a good squad. It's very respectable. But, I mean, Wisconsin was that year too. They weren't a slouch like, I don't know. I don't see 59-6 or whatever it was, but I think it's a handedly W.
It was 59-0. Wisconsin didn't fucking score a point.
Okay, well, there you go. But yeah, regardless, man, I don't see too much of a window for Indiana to walk in there and get a W, even with it being in.
Yeah, no, that doesn't matter. Columbus is right there.
Yeah, don't care.
And Ohio State's on a damn mission, man. Like, watching that game last week, good God. They have...
I mean, how much do you believe in Indiana? Like, even if you kind of look past this game, like moving into the CFP, do you think they'd kind of put on the same performance like they did against Notre Dame last year, or do you think they're a little bit more competitive?
That's what I think about. Yeah, like they were a big surprise last year. Like no one thought they would be what they were, and yeah, that's fine. They made it to the playoff, but then they got humbled against Notre Dame. And that's the same thing. I get those vibes, man. Like they're really good. They're 12-0 for a reason, and they're beating teams how they should beat these teams. There's levels to it, man.
Yeah, I don't know if they got tested again on the road at Oregon. That was early middle of the year. I don't know if Oregon had fully hit their stride. I mean, they've looked a lot better down the road. Yeah, and Penn State, that was when they were coming off 5 straight losses, and then
yeah, took an unreal throw and catch from Mendoza and that receiver. That was actually one of the best catches I've ever seen.
It took a game-winning drive, and that was against a team that was in the depths of hell at that time.
Yeah.
So the 2 tests they've had this year. Came away with 1 great W on the road against Oregon and then struggled like hell against Penn State. So I don't know. I don't know if they've really done enough to really show me that they can hang with Ohio State and keep it within 4 points.
No, they haven't. Not in my eyes, dude. Ohio State, I'm speechless, low-key, when I think about playing against them right now, because this time last week I was fired up. I was ready to go, and my dreams just got shot down so fucking quick.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the rivalry blinders, though. I mean, anytime you walk into a matchup like that, you're going to be fired up. I think Michigan could be a one-win team, and you'd be fired up thinking they'd have a shot. So
yeah. But Arvell Reese, man, Caleb Downs, gee, my knee. Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate, Julian Sayin looked fun, not like now. Because I can tell you what, Indiana ain't going to be able to stop Ohio State. They're not. And they're not gonna be able to score very easily on. They're gonna have a drive or two. Like their hopes are gonna be high for a little bit, but that's just highs and lows now. Ohio State wins. I could see them winning 40-20, and that last touchdown for Indiana coming with a minute and 13 seconds. Like it's just.
Which pretty much how the playoff game was last year. I mean, they got their ass beat the whole first half and third quarter, and then in the fourth quarter started scoring some points.
Yeah, it's a wrap, man. Ohio State's going to win. They're going to cover easily, and I might be with you. I might bomb them as well, because why not? But moving on to the last one. Good gosh. A 7-5 Duke team in a conference championship game.
Yeah, this is disgusting. The whole ACC just needs for Notre Dame to even be affiliated with this joke of a conference makes me sick.
Yeah, we should have just did this one first. And
yeah,
I mean, you're 7-5, and you're getting to a conference championship. Like that doesn't even. You're just You're one game above 500. Like let's look at Duke's schedule here. I mean, they already played Virginia too, and they lost. Beat by Georgia Tech, that's fine. Tulane, Illinois. Duke got beat by UConn. I know UConn's good. They're better.
What are we doing, man? What are we doing? And this is the last game they gave us too. Saturday, 8 p.m. This is the end-all, be-all.
Well, I mean, Ohio State, Indiana played 8 o'clock as well. So that's why they made it, because everyone's going to be watching 1 versus 2. No one's watching.
Yeah, that's true.
But I'll just be straight up. I watched Virginia when I bet on Florida State earlier in the year at Virginia, and Virginia looked. I mean, obviously they're in the. What are they? They're not. They're 10-2. Like they're.
Yeah, they're not bad.
Respectable. But they did get beat by Wake Forest. I don't know why. And NC State, like they got beat 16-9 against Wake Forest. But everyone has those games at home too. Oh man. Yeah, this is a game I'm not going to be watching. I'm not going to be watching it, and if I do, I'm probably not betting on it either. But
nope. Because I mean Duke. I do actually like their coach Manny Diaz. I mean,
yeah, Penn State.
If there's a hungry dog. Yeah, if there's a hungry dog, it's going to be him. But regardless, I was actually telling Cam this the other day. I mean, for Virginia to actually have a shot to win and be in, I think it's insane. If you would have asked those guys that like 4 weeks ago, I don't know if they would have told you that they had even a relative chance of that. So if you want to talk about locked in, these dudes are going to be locked in. I mean, literally about to have a chance to win an ACC championship and then clinch a college football playoff spot. And what more could you ask for? So I don't know. I don't think that's too much of an ask for these guys to come out and have one great performance to go have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
I agree. I did not know Andrell Anthony is on Duke now. He started his career at Michigan, scored a long touchdown against Michigan State, scored 2 touchdowns that game when Cade McNamara was quarterback, transferred to Oklahoma, and now he's at Duke, and he's questionable to play. Did not even know he was there. I didn't even know he was there.
The more you know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I like everything you said about Virginia and them being hungry and those guys being hungry to do something that's, I don't even know if it's ever been done, but for sure in a long time.
I mean, what are we talking about? It's a basketball school, man.
Yeah, for sure. But, yeah, Duke's too high and low. I don't know much about them. I don't pay attention to Duke football. 7-5, I don't think.
They don't have any business in this game, man. They really
don't.
Virginia,
and I'm gonna pick.
Virginia actually had life last year. They showed life of like actually building a program. They're 10-2 this year, obviously. They're a serious program. Duke, I don't know if they're there yet. Moving in the right direction though.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Virginia to cover, but like I said, this is a sleeper game, or it's a snooze fest of a game. But we're both taking Virginia. Duke's probably gonna win by 30. Did we just pick 5 for 5?
Yeah. Last time we did that too. We went 5 for 5. So. No. Yes, we did. Yeah,
we never went 5 for 5, bro. We've never went 5 for 5. I promise you. I think we were 4-1.
I thought it was the week that you were going off the 0-10, and we picked, and we went.
Yeah, I went 4-1. All
right. Well, either way.
Oh,
either way. Last time we had all matching picks. It was a good week. But yeah, I mean that's the picks. I mean that'll wrap that up.
Yeah, let's hope those 4.
Else on top of those. If you got anything else on top of games.
No, I think the games are good, man. We'll post that slip up, but I wanted to ask you about Notre Dame. Notre Dame's sitting at 10 right now, and obviously they're idle right now. They just have to sit there and hope and pray certain dominoes fall in certain directions. So how are you feeling? I know you're a big Texas Tech fan, big Georgia fan probably. Yeah, what are you thinking with that? Notre Dame sitting at 10. That's right. That's not where you want to be if you're them.
No, I mean, it's really just the BYU game that throws everything off. If BYU wins, it's gone. It's done.
Yeah.
It's out. Because, like I said, Texas Tech isn't dropping out. It won't be enough. And then that automatically puts BYU in. So that's a nightmare scenario. Duke winning, I think, could also cause a nightmare scenario. That could allow 2 G5 schools in if Duke wins.
Who else would get in? Duke?
James Madison. No, James Madison.
That's right. Yeah.
So honestly, rooting for Virginia too, but I don't know, man. It's overall. I mean, I really hate the way that the committee's treated the Miami situation from the jump. I thought from the very first ranking, Miami was rated too low. I mean, they had them all the way down to 18 compared to like Notre Dame's first ranking, I think was like 8 or 9 within that range. But either way, I knew the gap was way too far off there. And ever since then, Miami's done nothing but beat all the same teams Notre Dame has since then and has jumped and closing there, tighten the gap. And since then, Notre Dame's just been dropping a spot back each week. So I don't know. I mean, even if Texas Tech comes through, does a job, and all this stuff falls into place, there is a world where Notre Dame gets pinched out and they look at Miami and Notre Dame's resumes side by side and just go with the head-to-head and take Miami.
And I think that's fair. Like, why do you play each other if...
Correct.
Like, if that's not gonna hold any weight at a time like this when it's Miami or Notre Dame, and like you look back, I don't care when it was, week 1 or not, like you guys played each other, and whoever, like you got beat. Notre Dame got beat. So
I don't disagree at all. However, before we started this, I did actually sit down and I tried to bracket like out the most ideal scenario for Notre Dame. It kind of goes off our picks, honestly, but
let's hear it.
I think it's the most ideal for the committee, too, because this leaves the least amount of decisions, least amount of public scrutiny to them. But 1 seed, we got going to Ohio State, no movement there. Georgia bumping up to 2 with the Indiana loss. Texas Tech sliding in at 3. Indiana, I only have them dropping to 4. Still keeping a bye. They have the head-to-head over Oregon, so there would be no movement.
That makes sense.
Have Oregon at the 5 spot playing 12 North Texas. I didn't really know how to go about, I will say, like the last 9 through 12, those spots. I don't really know the order of those. I do know I have my teams though for them. So just for conversation's sake, Oregon versus number 12 North Texas.
Yeah.
And then number 6 Ole Miss versus Virginia, number 11, and number 7 Texas.
Crazy.
Yeah. Number 7, Texas A&M against number 10, Miami. Oh, wait, I actually skipped over.
Wait, no, you were good. You were right there.
No, I skipped over 8 and 9.
No, 8 and 9, Oklahoma, Notre Dame.
Yeah, Oklahoma, Notre Dame, the 8 and 9 game. And then, yeah, I mean, that's really it.
That's insane. I mean, that'd be a great playoff, though. I would love to see all those games. I know Vanderbilt would be mad they're out. I'd rather see Notre Dame and then Miami. I can't stand Miami.
That's where it gets frustrating though, because I'll be the first to admit, man, you got to win the games on your schedule to get in. Miami not making that conference championship game though hurts, man. Like, are you kidding me? We're sitting here talking about Duke right now. You let a 7-5 team get in the conference championship ahead of you, and I honestly think like, how does Miami rise again this week after not playing? You know what I'm saying? I think that I think they have to die on the mound or the grave that they buried when they ranked Notre Dame that high from the beginning. I don't know if you can flip flop at the last minute like that.
Or right now, like Notre Dame's 10, Miami's 12. Like
I know.
I don't think Miami should jump them. If anything, they're both not playing. Like I know Miami beat Notre Dame. Oh well, but if you're ranking Notre Dame at 10 and Miami at 12, I think that says enough.
Exactly. And with neither team playing games this week, both being idle, I don't see how you jump to 2. But either way, if you were to shoot them all up with truth serum, I think every single person on the committee would tell you right now that Notre Dame's a top 12 team and deserves a spot.
Yeah.
And I think you're crazy if you don't believe they're not in there talking about the last play against Texas A&M, the fact that they lost solely off of a dropped field goal attempt and an insane miss. I mean, it's not, but it boiled into it. They lost because of that. Lost because of an insane missed holding call. Like, all that stuff's going to be discussed, man. They lost both of those games in close fashion, and Miami lost to 2 pretty poor teams and can't even get into a bad ACC championship matchup. So
yeah, no, that's embarrassing. I agree.
Like I said, we got to win the games, but obviously I'm going to politic for my team too. So. I don't know. I mean, and I don't care if you're a hater. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're watching the games, everybody at this point knows Notre Dame is indeed a top 12 team. If you don't think so, I don't know what else to tell you, man.
See you next Tuesday or whatever they say. Yeah, man, it'll be a fun weekend. It's fun because it's conference championship weekend, and you got a lot to look forward to. You got a lot of things that need to happen. I mean, I think if BYU loses, I think that's really, I think
it's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Pretty much solidifies it. BYU loses, they get a spot.
Yeah, straight up.
I want them to get a spot, man. They need it. I think them losing out on
man.
the spot this year I think it would be a big failure, a big waste of time.
Everyone loves to see Notre Dame in the playoff, man. I mean, everyone loves it because they love to hate
for them or to hate on them, right?
Yeah, no, it's the hate. It's the hate. But yeah, man, that's the 5 games. For me, I'm on a basketball season. I don't really care about the Pop-Tart Bowl, the Cheez-It Bowl, or whatever, the Citrus Bowl. That's not my thing. So yeah, no more of that. Yeah, it'll be fun to keep doing this too. When the playoff bracket is set, we can talk about that. Then it really gets good, man. It really gets good. But yeah, best of luck to you. We got all the same picks. We're gonna put together a podcast parlay for sure. I think we got to being on the same page and it being the championship weekend. But yeah, that's it, man. Good luck.
Yes, sir, man. Sunday, I'm probably gonna be waking up and it's either gonna be a really bad text or a really great text. We're gonna find out. Cross your fingers.
I mean, Selection Sunday. I don't know what time they do it, but it'll be Sunday sometime. But all right, Bucko. Follow the socials, AGN on AGN Podcast, Instagram, and YouTube. We'll get the other stuff up and running, but Instagram and YouTube are active every week. Peace, brother.
All right, squad.